A warm welcome to the Fire Tribe. I am very, very delighted to be sharing today with you. It's been a little while since we've had a Fire Friday, and it's always nice when we do because I feel reconnected with you all. I've been advised that I should give a formal introduction of myself because I never do. I always say to the tribe, I'm your tribe mom, but I'm going to give the formal introduction for those of you who are not familiar with all the things that I actually do, and also for the few new people who will be watching this, because I know there will be a couple of them. They've told me that they're going to see the replay. So, hi, I'm Wendy Yawching. I'm a master Feng Shui consultant. BTB is my particular branch of Feng Shui. I'm the founder of Healing Spaces Caribbean. That's my Feng Shui consultancy. I'm a published author, self-published, of a book called The Courage to Fly as of last year. I'm a board member of the International Feng Shui Guild. I actually am in charge of many projects to do with the Feng Shui Guild, and it's been an exciting ride. The last one was a huge summit in March 2023 that was like 1,000 people registered, and I was running that summit. I was the lead on the team. I am an environmental director for Yahweh Foundation in Tobago, and my recent project is an environmental program for the secondary school kids of Tobago. We're starting the pilot in September. I love to do speaking about motivational speaking, about courage, about following your dreams. I am a trainer, as you know, many of you have done some of my workshops. I'm a mentor for people who need special help. And one of the things I love to do, other than Latin dancing and ballroom dancing, is traveling the world. So that's a synopsis of me for anybody who didn't know all these things, okay? And I am going to now go on to why you're here. How many of you know what Feng Shui is about, or how many don't know? Everybody here familiar with, most of you have been on my journey already. So can I assume that you know that Feng Shui is about creating harmony between the living beings and their inner and outer spaces? That's my very short synopsis of Feng Shui. Does that sound right? Does that feel right to you? Yes? Janelle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
if anybody has a question, say something, yes? Because I won't necessarily do, and I saw your chat, but I won't always see the chat. So thank you for saying yes. Okay, so Feng Shui for me is about that harmony between your inner space and your outer space, and it benefits the living being in that space. Now, Feng Shui is a very revered and old metaphysical arts, science as well, coming from China, but it spread all over the world. And in spreading all over the world, over the many thousands of years it's been around, it picked up different influences from all the places it went to, and it shifted and it changed. So as a result, today, if you Google Feng Shui, you would see so many different approaches to Feng Shui and so many different ways of looking at it. It's easy to get confused. Just know that there's two main buckets are traditional or classical and modern or Western. I started training in traditional many years ago, and then I branched off into Western or modern. And now what I practice is modern Feng Shui, but I know and revere the traditional approach. It was very clean and very logical. Modern is more intuitive and allows other influences, other practices that are now a part of my life, such as meditation and creativity and intuition, etc. So I now practice what they would call a modern Feng Shui school of thought. The thing is that even with all the schools of Feng Shui, they all agree on one thing. They may give you different roads to get there, but they all have the same destination. And that's to make you have support in your best life using the energy around you. Okay, it's all about the chi. So you can choose whatever kind of Feng Shui you'd like to follow and get to the same place as somebody else would if they're following another recognized branch of Feng Shui, like the rivers going to the sea. Okay, so Maggie said, yep, oh, sorry, wrong direction. All right, so what is chi? Is there anybody here who doesn't know what chi is? In case somebody watching me doesn't know what chi is, watching the replay, because I know everyone in live Zoom is already familiar with that. Again, a summary. There's a huge volume of stuff about chi, but chi is that vital life energy that's in everything in the universe. So everything in your world that is natural has chi. So you have chi, I have chi, the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees has chi, the sea has chi, the sky has chi, The planets have chi. There's an energy that permeates every single every single bit of the fabric of the universe, we call it. And that energy is not static. That energy is constantly moving. It's a dynamic kind of thing. And so Feng Shui and many other Eastern philosophies really center around managing or enhancing or repairing the quality of the qi in a particular ecosystem. So when we do Feng Shui, we are looking at managing or repairing or enhancing the quality of the qi in your space. But remember, with my approach to Feng Shui, your space is both your inside space and your outside space. So it's not just about moving the bed. It's about much, much more than that. It's much deeper than that. But the quality of the qi or the energy in an ecosystem, the way it flows, the power of it, the strength of it, the smoothness of it, determines the value of that qi and the health and the glowingness of that ecosystem. All right, so that's always the goal when you do energy work, whether it be acupuncture, acupressure, tai chi, qigong, or Feng Shui. So my approach to Feng Shui is that it all starts inside. You can have the best knowledge in the world, you can have business support, you can have money, and you can work very, very hard. But if the quality of your inside qi, what makes you tick, is imbalanced or blocked or weak, then you will never live your best and fullest life. All the things you do, all the work that you do, all the support that you have will never bring you the benefits that you could have if the quality of qi inside of you was strong, powerful, and flowing smoothly. So my approach to Feng Shui always starts with the inside you. And then, given that we are always affected by our environment, the quality of our environment and the qi in our environment affects us. I'm sure you've all been in places where you don't feel comfortable. And you've all been in places where you feel beautiful. And I'm sure you notice that there's a different energy in a church from the energy at carnival fete. There's energy, the energy of a place affects you. In the church, you go towards contemplation and prayer and being quiet. In the carnival fete, the energy of the surroundings and the people and the music and the whole thing, the qi, affects your energy and gets you into a very young state of excitement. We are affected always by our environment. And that is why and where Feng Shui becomes important. Because if you consciously use your inside knowledge of who you are and what you want to do and where you want to go and what you want to manifest in your life to set up an environment that supports that, you will always then be affected by that environment. And that in turn will support who you are, where you want to go, what you want to do, and what you want to manifest. In other words, your inner qi, you use it to manage your outer qi. And your outer qi, the environment, supports your inner qi and gives you even more magnificence so that you can go out into the world, your best self, and therefore achieve your best results, whether it be personally, relationships and health, or in business, or in your other endeavors that you dream of doing. Anybody have questions so far? Okay, so then let's talk abundance. That's the topic for today. What does that mean to you? And now I'd like you to write it in the chat. If I say you were living your most abundant life, how would that feel or be? What would that be to you? Would it be money? Would it be love? What would it be? Would it be health? Would it be all of the above? What does abundance mean to you? Write it in the chat. For those of you watching on Facebook Live, please feel free to write it in the chat and I will check to see what you've written. Hi, Alana. Hi, everyone who's watching on Facebook. I see you, but give me a hashtag live so I know you're there. Hi, Karen. And also write in the chat, in Facebook, what does abundance look like to you? What does it mean to you when I say abundance? Come on, Karen, give it up. Ilana. So Marina says love and health. Hi, Ilana. Terry says abundance means freedom. Ilana and Karen, what does abundance mean to you? Maggie says health and energy. And Dawn says living a life that is fulfilling, that you enjoy what you do daily and allows you to be free, that freedom word again, to be you. Fantastic. Okay, so Elana and Karen, feel free to write what you feel abundance means to you, because it's different for everyone. All right, so I'm going to move on. Just hold that thought, what you've written, keep that there. Now I'd like to introduce you, for those of you who haven't seen it before, to the Feng Shui energy map, which is also called the Bagua. Now, many people who have worked with me before, oops, Stephanie wants to come in, that's great. And many people who have worked with me before, done my workshops, or even just talked to me in the tribe, know and they're familiar with this Feng Shui energy map, the Bagua. Welcome, Stephanie, glad to have you. And while I wait for Stephanie to settle in, Ilana said,
Thank you.
abundance is the availability of what she's looking for. Okay, that covers it all, Ilana, thank you. So let me introduce you to the Feng Shui energy map, but this will be again a very simple introduction because many of you have seen it before. Hi, Shannon, welcome. So the Feng Shui energy map is a grid that we place, Feng Shui practitioners place on any surface or any space to give an energetic value to different areas of the space. In my approach to Feng Shui, we start at the door of the space and we put the bottom of this energy map along the door, all right? And we're gonna be doing that shortly. Now, the map is broken into 9 boxes, 9 squares, and each of them has an energetic value. So if we start running around the Bagua here, from the bottom black box, which is career life purpose, we go in a clockwise direction. The next one is knowledge, self-cultivation. The next one above is your family, your community, your network. The one above, top left, is abundance. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And in abundance, the purple box, many people think right away of money, but money is not necessarily bringing you a sense of abundance. Money is very often a foundation for your abundance, especially when you want freedom, and money brings you financial freedom. But that box, that gua, as we call it, is not just about money. It's about the feeling that your cup runneth over. Coming across the top now, the red box is fame and reputation. The right brown box is about primary relationships. Many people call it the love gua. Coming down the right side, the white box is about children, creativity, projects. Helpful people is the silver gray box at the bottom, or gua at the bottom. And in the center, the most important one of all is the one that refers to yourself. It's called the Tai Chi. It's about your health, your well-being, your balance, your harmony. And anything that happens in your Tai Chi affects all of your life. So today we are going to focus on the purple in the top left, which is the one that refers to the energy of abundance. And today I am going to discuss with you how you can look at your home and apply some Feng Shui principles to up the energy in that area to support your wishes that you just put in the chat for abundance. Okay? Anybody have questions on the Bagua so far? I know most of you that I'm seeing have been a part of my journey, are familiar with it. And I welcome Shannon Hutchinson, one of my favorite people. Of course, everybody has a favorite people, Shannon, but especially you. Welcome. Okay, so now we're going to do a little work. I want you to think of your own home. I did ask people if you had a chance to draw a little sketch of the floor plan of your home, the main floor where you enter through the front door. But if you haven't yet, take a few minutes and do that on a piece of paper, and take a few moments and do that. Sketch the floor plan of your home, put the front door, put the walls, put the rooms, and then get back to me. All right? I'd like everybody to just give me a little thumbs up when they've finished that. Meanwhile, I'm going to read the chat on Facebook. Shannon says, is sending love. She had me work on her home. Yes, I did a Feng Shui consult for her many, many years ago. And my goodness, that was fun and interesting. And Shannon, I hope you're living your best life now. Karen is driving. Okay, so can't do the drawing. All right. But everybody who can, make a sketch of your home, put the front door at the bottom if you could, make a sketch of the main floor of your home, and make a box around the house or the apartment, and then put in the lines of the rooms, and perhaps just put a little label, the word, whatever each room is used for. This is the kitchen, this is the bedroom, whatever. All right, we have a few minutes for that. And when you finish, when you're ready, just give me a thumbs up signal.
Wendy, how do we do like 2 levels?
Just do the
Or
main
do we-
floor. Do the main floor, Janelle, Maggie, where you come in through the front door. Yeah, if we were doing a consult, we would look at all the floors, but for today, we're just looking at the main floor with the front door.
Okay.
Yeah. This is to give you the idea and a little fun. Terry's all set. So we're looking for Janelle and Stephanie and Dawn.
I'm all set as well.
Fantastic. So we're now looking for Stephanie and Dawn and Marina to give a thumbs up or say that they are ready.
I'm ready.
Fantastic. Stephanie and Dawn, how are you doing? Doesn't have to be
Oh, I just gave it a thumbs up. I'm good. Thank you.
I'm done.
fantastic.
Dawn.
Let's do this. So now I'm going to scoot back to the previous picture, and I want you to place this bagua with the bottom of the bottom row, the bottom line of the bagua along your front door, passing through your front door. All right. So just imagine you're superimposing the bagua on top of that floor plan sketch. Okay. Tell me if everybody understands that and has got that. So if you were to draw the little boxes on top of your floor plan, you would see that every part of your house has an energy value according to Feng Shui. And you might be able to identify where the center of your home is, and that's your Tai Chi, and it represents your well-being. And it's very, very important. And each of them is important, but some are more important than others. Each of them is important. And today, what we're going to do is work on the prosperity, wealth, abundance quadrant, which is the top left bagua, part of the bagua. Now, with the bagua in place, everybody has it with the black box along the bottom through your front door. No questions, no problems. Where does your abundance lie? It lies in the top left side of your house. When you're standing at the front door, the top left corner is your prosperity, wealth, abundance, and you make abundance the word you use, gua. All right, top left. And I'd like to ask you a little bit about that gua in your house. Does anybody need help finding the abundance gua in their house? Everybody got it. If anybody needs help, say so now, or I move on. Okay, so now you've located the abundance gua in your home. Tell me, what does it tell you? How does it feel? Start with, what do you use it for? And I'd like you to write that in the chat. What do you use it for? What part of your home is it? Is it your kitchen, your bedroom, your living room, your study? Is it your toilet? What do you use your abundance gua for? It will be rough because, I mean, it's not going to fit perfectly in a box. There may be other things. Janelle says master bedroom and bathroom. Thank you, Janelle. Terry, what's in yours? Marina says abundance is a living room. How about you, Terry? Shower and toilet for Terry. Oh, does that sound exciting? Okay, how about Dawn and Stephanie? Living area, comfortable couch, spiral staircase, going upstairs, says Stephanie. Okay, so Stephanie, your situation is a unique situation that requires more help. If you wanted to maximize your abundance, you would need to have help from somebody who knew more than what we're going to do today. All right. And storage, says Maggie. Red couch, says Dawn. Dawn, that's quite intriguing. So storage, says Maggie. And Shannon says solarium and bar area, and the cat litter box is in that corner. Wonderful, Shannon. Stay tuned for more. So, and Shannon, I know that we Feng Shuied your home in Trinidad years ago, but now you have a home in Canada. I think this would be very good for you to start thinking about using Feng Shui on top of that new home of yours. Yeah. So first of all, right, you've written down what you use it for. Now, some people will have homes that are not perfectly square or straight along the top left corner, and sometimes it's a piece of abundance that's missing. If you have a missing area or a big, tall, say, construction pillar going through the middle of it, as some people do when they live in skyscrapers in New York, they have, you know, the structural poles going right up through their condo. And there's this big section with a pole that comes from the foundation 25 floors below and goes right through. That's what we call challenged. All right. So do you have a problem with your abundance score in terms of the shape, or do you have a nice big rectangle? Because if you have a problem with it in terms of shape, or there's a big pillar in it, then you need to let me know, because you'll need a little bit more help. All right. Is it cluttered? Is your abundance a storage area, such as, I think Maggie has? If so, remember that clutter represents stuck energy, and stuck energy is never a good message in your home, but stuck energy when it comes to abundance or love or health is not a good metaphor. So in any case, if you look at your bag and you see clutter in those important areas of your life, make decluttering a prime activity going forward, because you want to allow the energy to be smoothly flowing and strong and harmonious. Stuck energy represents weakness or illness in the ecosystem. Remember that. So clutter, not in abundance. Is it visually appealing? When you look at it, do you love it? Because guess what? You want to look at it. Dawn, thank you. Yours is a big rectangle. So far, yours is sounding pretty good. Whoops, back up. So if it's visually appealing and you love your abundance corner, you're way ahead of the game. Stephanie, even if you have a wonderful spiral staircase, it needs a little extra help, okay? Just remember I said that. Do you love your abundance area? If you don't love your abundance area, today is the day when you get some tips to help make you love it a bit more. Dawn says you have cords and cables for Wi-Fi and router, and I think you know what you might have to do with that. All right. So ideally, your abundance score should be beautiful, harmonious, have a good flow, so no clutter. Feel abundant to you. You want to have the energy of abundance radiating to you so that you can go out into the world and be abundant. You need to have a feeling around you that makes you feel abundant. I call it lush. Lush is a wonderful word. And it's very specific to you. What makes you feel lush? It should have an energy to it. And most people, that is a great target for the abundance score. But if, for instance, you have a bedroom, and I think somebody had a bedroom and bath, who was that? Tell me, just tell me, who had a bedroom and bath? Janelle?
Yes.
Okay. In a bedroom, Janelle, if it's your master bedroom, you don't want it too energetic, because you need to have a bedroom should be yin and calm and let you sleep and rest. And abundance is normally a place where you want to have action and energy, more yang, so that I think Maggie had it as a living room. If it's your living room, that's you can make a yang energy and have it feel active and energetic very easily, but you can't do that in your bedroom. You should not do that in your bedroom. Your bedroom should be for rest. So in that case, Janelle, when you're looking at setting up your bedroom for abundance, think lush. Lush is a great replacement for energetic. All right, but it should not be boring and stagnant. It should feel lush. Okay, it should feel. It should.
The
If it's
absolute corner is the bathroom.
okay, all right. But in terms of the feel of it, the decor of it, go for lush, not energetic. Don't go for powered up. Everybody else can go for powered up, but not if it's your bedroom where you rest. You should go for lush, a feeling of richness. Hi, Garnet, welcome. Nice to have you. Okay, so moving on then. Your mission, if you should.
Question.
Oh, sorry,
Sorry.
back up, Janelle.
What does it mean by lush?
Lush. Lush
Yeah.
is the feeling. Remember, Feng Shui is about the chi, and the chi to me is about how you feel. Lush is when you slip into something that makes your skin feel beautiful, makes you feel beautiful. It's maybe sensuous, maybe it's thick and rich and soft and silky. Lush is when you slip into a certain kind of bedding and you feel wondrous just being in contact with it. Lush is when you walk in and you see lots of green and flowering plants that make you feel a place has a certain kind of richness. It's richness without being energetic. Do you understand? Lush can be certain decorations that you use that give a feeling of it doesn't have to be expensive, but a feeling of much, of
Great explanation. Thank you.
Okay, so it's what makes you feel lush. All right, fabric, color, touch, smells, and objects. Okay, a bath with essential oils and bubble bath and petals floating around make you feel a certain way. That will qualify for me as lush, but it might something else might qualify for you as lush. But your bedroom, if it's your bedroom and it's in abundance, aim for lush. Everybody else aim for energetic and powered up. The whole feeling, it's supposed to have an energy to it that feels rich. Okay, let's see what's in the chat. Dusty and behind the stairs, Stephanie, we got to fix that. Yeah. Sorry, question again?
Yes.
Sorry.
So mine is a shower and a toilet.
Yes.
What energy would I be going for?
You would like to, I would say, Terry, lush, because you can with bathrooms, you can do lush. And also you can go for energetic and powered up. All the energy in your bathroom and toilet, in the bathrooms and toilets, folks have a negative rap in Feng Shui because the energy of them is where the water is always draining out of your house, and water represents money. Guess what? She's got her abundance square, water draining out of her house every time she flushes the toilet or she turns on the sink, water and the shower, water is sinking out of her house. She wants to have the energy going upwards, Terry. So anything you do in your bathroom should make you feel it, so the energy is going to be raised up. So lighting, decorations on the walls that draw your eyes up, plants that go up, paintings of plants that go up. So the feeling should be, let me balance the feeling of down water flow to bringing things up. So you need to go for energetic. Lush is a nice add-on for you.
Okay, thank you.
Luxurious towels and candles and stuff, but you need to keep the energy high. All right. Okay. All right. Great question. Great question. So moving on here, your mission, folks, if you choose to accept it, is to make your abundance area, which you have already located, a thing of beauty and a joy forever, and one that makes you feel abundant. So start with decluttering. I recommend you clean it, Stephanie, get rid of that dust and dirt balls. Clean and clear it. Now, cleaning is not the same as clearing. Cleaning is a definitely important place to start. And clearing is different. Clearing is when you do the little rituals to clear the energy. And in Feng Shui, we have all kinds of fancy rituals, but you can do it very simply at home with a little bundle of sage or some incense, or you can go around singing chants that mean something to you and clapping your hands or using a singing bowl. You can sing mantras. You go around with the intention of clearing your space. So clear your abundance area. If you need fancier help, I got lots of options. All right, but you can do it yourself. Then decide, is this a place where I want to have the energy, have it energetic and powerful, powered up, powerful, or do I want it to be lush? Or do I want it to be both? Terry, I would go for both, given you have limited space. All right. And then make it beautiful, whatever it takes to make it beautiful. Remember, paint is a great chi changer. So if you find it's dull and tired, paint it. Make it pretty, and it's not very expensive to paint a room over. Paint it, change the colors of the cushions or the fabrics or the curtains or the bedding, Janelle, to make it beautiful so that you love to be in it. I say sparkle it, but you want to love to be in it. And then very, very important in all Feng Shui guidance, check the command position, especially, not you, Terry, toilets are hard to do that, but people who have the sofa there, like Dawn, the red sofa, Dawn, is it in the command position? And for Janelle, the bed in the command position, very important. In the command position, what is that, you ask? The command position is when you are in that position. You're sitting in the sofa, Dawn, or in the bed, Janelle, lying in the bed. And you look at yourself and say, where's the door? You don't want to be in line with the door. The direct access of the door, the energy coming through the door is much too aggressive. You don't want to be directly lined up with the door, but you want to be able to see anything that comes through that door the minute that door starts moving. So you can't be behind the swing of the door. You have to have a good view of everything that comes through that door, but not be straight in front of it. And you want to have a fine view of the huge part of the room. So the command position puts you in control of the space. If you flipped it around and your back was to the door, and if your sofa and your back is to the door entering that room, you will never feel as strong, powerful, and comfortable as if you're facing it. All right. The command position has a huge effect on your subconscious, and therefore your own sense of safety. You have the fight or flight reaction kicking in all the time when you're not in the command position. In your home, you want to be in the command position for everything that's important, which is your sofa, your bed, your stove, and your desk. All right. Those are other stories. And then when you put your bed or your sofa in the command position, check for flow. Make sure that it's not blocked. Make sure you can ask the chi coming in through the door to that space can flow nicely around the room. We like to do a clockwise flow, but we'll, you know, whichever flow works for you, but clockwise is a traditional one. Flow gently around the room nicely before it dissipates through the other spaces. And then, last but not least, power it up with the 5 elements. Now, some of you will know about the 5 elements and some of you won't, but I will give you a little bit of 5-element intro shortly. Let's see if there's any questions. So first of all, who's getting it? Type yes in the chat. If anybody's not getting it, say not getting it in the chat. I'm hoping to see a lot of yeses. Okay, Dawn, great that it's in the command position. Anybody on Facebook have any comments? Any questions? I'm checking you now. And welcome, Garnet. Happy to have you. Did I say that already? So special. All right. So let's see you in the chat. Yes, says Terry. Yes, says Steph. Thank you. Got it, says Dawn. Helpful. Shannon is getting it. Shannon, great. And we missing, oh, Maggie says yes. Okay, Janelle, how about you? Jess from Janelle. Anybody missing? Anybody missing? Shannon is getting it. Marina. Marina, you got it?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so then in that case, I will now throw on to you the 5 elements, which are to me, one of the most magnificent things in Feng Shui. I live the 5 elements. And again, if you've come to any of my previous trainings, you will be familiar with them. But for those who are not, let me introduce you to the 5 elements. Remember, we talked about it's all about the chi, everything is energy. Well, in Feng Shui, one of the major pillars of Feng Shui is that everything, all that energy can be expressed in terms of the 5 elements. Sometimes it's one element, sometimes it's all elements, but the 5 elements are how we identify certain characteristics of almost everything. The 5 elements are on the outside of this drawing: fire, coming down the left side; earth, coming down the next side, the bottom; metal, over to the right side; water, and below the water, the element of wood. And each of the elements belongs or lives in a certain part of the bagua. Thank you, Alana, for saying all is good. Welcome, Caroline Porter. So each of those guas has an element that lives there. And in abundance, the element that lives there is wood, all right? And each of the elements has a best friend that makes it strong and happy. And rightfully so, the element that makes wood strong and happy is the element of water. Think about it. Wood is represented by wood and anything that's plant life. So from blades of grass to huge towering trees, they're all the wood element, and flowers and everything in between. What do you do when you want your plants to grow? You give them water. So water is the best friend of wood. It's easy to remember. And there's a reason why you learn about the best friend, because it helps make your element that lives in your particular gua very strong and powerful. Remember this, that the elements, each of them can be represented in many ways by the element itself. So wood could be represented by a bunch of flowers, and by colors and shapes and patterns and textures and smells. So I'm going to take you through just the wood and water elements because they refer to abundance today, so that you can know what you can add to your abundance area of your home to help power it up. Once you've done those other things, remember the decluttering and the making it beautiful, you can then add on the elements to further strengthen the energy in that space. So let's go and meet the element of wood. Wood, the element that lives in abundance. Wood is represented by anything wood. All plants, flowers, and trees, any item made of wood. Not if it's painted. If it's painted, it becomes the color of the paint. It has to look like wood. Anything made from wood. So paper, cotton, wicker, rattan. Essential oils, a wondrous way of adding the wood element to a room. If you start diffusing your essential oils and they have the wood flavors, then you will find that your room feels different and you're supporting the energy of wood. Columnar, in terms of shapes and colors, the greens of nature and the deep blues. And in terms of shapes, think of tree trunks and bamboo structures. Anything columnar represents the element of wood without actually being wood. And so you can have striped cushion covers, and that adds the element of wood. And it could be in all colors, or it could be in blues and greens, the colors of wood. I have a couple of comments in the chat on Facebook. I'm going to address them. Caroline, your abundance areas in the bath. We talked about that earlier. It'd be lovely if you watch the replay, you'll see what I said to someone else who has that issue. But it's not a negative thing. You just need to do some special stuff to support it. Okay, Karen, thanks for being there. Karen has to leave us. All right, so coming back to the presentation, Everybody good with wood? Let's move on to water. Water, which is the best friend of wood, is added to your abundance squad to support the energy of that wood element. And water can be added by anything that has water, including a glass of water, including any water feature, including the little bowl with the candles, including a water feature that bubbles and spouts. And in addition to that, it can be glass, mirrors, clear crystal, and actually anything that's really shiny where you can see a reflection. So if you have glass sliding doors in that area, then if you keep them clean, they add the water element as well. In terms of shapes, anything asymmetrical or wavy. And in terms of colors, water is represented by the colors of black and midnight blue. Can you see how you could use the attributes of wood and water to add power to your abundance area of your home? It might take a little tweaking of your decor. It might be as simple as adding a bunch of flowers or a potted plant, and it can be as simple as adding a little mirror, but you can do that. So let's go on. You can add both wood and water, plants and the crystal vase. Remember, crystal is one of those things that represents water, and water inside the vase. You can add it so simply, and you have enhanced the energy of wood and water, the power elements of your abundance square. Or you can do much more, but this is a simple, elegant way of doing it. Your abundance square should make you feel like this, like that. Your cup should be runneth over. You should want to spend time there. And you know what? If it's your bathroom and it's a lovely bathroom, you want to spend time there. That's just fine, okay? But when you go in there, you should feel like that. And yes, you should use it often because remember, you want to keep the energy moving. You want the energy to be strong and powerful and flowing. Janelle, if it's your bedroom, even though you want it to be calm and lush, you should definitely sleep in your bedroom. Use it often. All right, your abundance area should never be a dead or unused space in your home because then it becomes dead energy. All right, crystals, yes, Dawn, but crystals depends on the crystal. Some crystals represent earth energy, some represent metal energy, some are healing crystals. So for the water energy, you'd want to add the clear crystals, like the Swarovski clear crystals. All right. Okay. Crystals are very useful throughout the Feng Shui Bagua, depending on the crystals you choose. Does anybody have questions? This is your time. Any questions going into the next bit? Okay. Okay, we have a question in the chat. Feel free to jump in and tell me. What about clear quartz? If it's clear, it can be in the water. If it's colored, it should be somewhere else. Yes, that's what's done. All right. Well, I know there may be questions afterwards, so let me move on. If nobody has a question right this second, we move on. And I just want to tell you, in wrapping up, that if you look at all the areas of your Bagua, your home should tell an energetic story of the life you want to manifest. And there are many areas in your life you need to manifest. We have 9 life areas in the Feng Shui Bagua. So really, I would recommend you put attention into enhancing and supporting every single element of your Bagua when you lay it on your home. And of course, that's the subject for other days. Or that's a subject for talking to me about a Feng Shui consultation for your home. Today, we've just done abundance. And I think you get the idea that there are many things you can do to help enhance the abundance of the energy of your home. But if you wanted to proceed and do the rest of your home, you will never be sorry, because I believe that changing the chi of your home with Feng Shui could just change the trajectory of your life, because the space that you spend most of your time in affects your personal energy the most. And remember, your personal energy influences how you go out into the world, how you engage the world, how you indulge in your relationships, how you indulge in your business, how you succeed, how you fulfill your dreams. It is a support system for you to live your best life. I recommend it highly. Feng Shui is now a way of life for me. I know that for most of you, it's an interest or you're thinking about learning a bit more, but for me, it's a way of life. And if I can help you in any way with, if I can help you in any way with your journey to support your best life, get in touch with me. I'll be happy to do that. And for those of you who don't know, who are not part of the tribe and watching this, you can reach me through Healing Spaces Caribbean. That's my tag. but most of you are watching this through the tribe and you know how to find me. With that, I wish you love. May all your wonderful dreams come true. Many blessings. I'm going to stop the share. Come back to you. Questions? Thank you, Stephanie. She says it's amazing information. She loves it. You're most welcome. Anybody wants to come on camera and talk to me? I'm here. I'm yours. Thank you, Janelle. Great job, Wendy. Can you not say it? Say it. Come and chat with me, folks. But Janelle is at work. Yes. And I suspect that, and Maggie's at work too. All right. And Dawn and Stephanie, Marina, do you have any questions? Terry?
I have no question, but I just really enjoyed it. It's a good reminder. I may not be living my life like you fully in Feng Shui, but I mean, I do practice, and it's a reminder to constantly check, especially that clutter that, you know, we put things here and sometimes we just don't think it looks good there. So I'm really thankful. I'm glad that I made the time to join.
I'm so glad you did, John. It's a pleasure to have you. Okay. Anybody else want to say anything?
You know, Wendy, what you'd said, that my situation's unique, that I have this spiral staircase. I'd like to think that it could actually be okay, because having learned the information today, the staircase is wooden and it's supported by black metal railings in a spiral direction. What I was thinking is that the previous owner had a nice bamboo plant in the corner under the steps, and now we just have garbage and milk cartons and dust bunnies, and yeah, so it gave me a lot of insight.
Yeah, so revisit that corner, look and see from what you learned today what you can do to make it better. The thing about a staircase is that the energy is moving up and out of the space. It's a transition area, so you want to ground it. All right. And usually people with a spiral staircase, because again, you have that sort of suction vortex kind of feeling. They would want some professional help for the spiral staircase, any kind of staircase. So the energy is moving out of your gua. Yeah. And it's a transition area. So you focus on beautifying, cleaning it, cluttering it, clearing it, and then beautifying it. But think in terms of grounding. So even though you want to have the wood and the water, which you'd like to enhance, I would do like Dawn, and I would add some crystals that might be grounding crystals, if you can do that, to think that the intention is to ground the energy from that staircase. So down by the bottom of the staircase, maybe make a little area that has rocks and crystals or something like that. Intention.
That's a nice idea.
Okay?
Yeah. I could put them inside a plant pot.
Something like that. All right, but your intention is very important, and you want to ground that staircase energy. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Wendy.
Many blessings. So everyone, thank you for coming. I'm so delighted you were here. I'm going to stop the Facebook. So bye everybody on Facebook. Thanks for being there.